Okay, I said I was going to do a quick review of the HP X3 laptop dock. This has been something I've been waiting for a while because it supposedly makes DeX portable. Um, my experience with it since I've gotten it and unboxed it and used it is it sure does, but leads me to some questions that I'll address later. So for now, if you take just the device itself, you get rid of these accessories, it looks a lot like a laptop. It's got ports on the side, as well as a battery indicator, which reports back on this battery for the device itself. The device has no CPU, so it's not a laptop per se and can't operate on its own. And then there's the charging port over here. And this one says USB. I'm not sure exactly what it's used for. Over here, we've got an HDMI port. I assume HDMI out. And let's see, the regular USB port plus the power button. There's no ports on the back. And then it flips open just like a laptop. Okay, it's got a 12 point something inch screen, and it's got a really nice keyboard. HP is putting very nice keyboards on their devices lately. So in order to connect, you need a cable to go to this USB-C connector, male connector. I've got this now hooked up separately to another device, and then it's firing up in DeX mode. Now, what I want to do is actually disconnect. And so now we've got the cable, we've got the device, and actually you can see the backlit keyboard, which is also very nice. Okay, so when you first power on the HP X3 laptop dock, it will come on, hopefully. Okay, this is what I was trying to get to. This has two connection options. One is the cable, and the other is via Wi-Fi Direct. I was unable to get the Galaxy Note 9 to connect with the Wi-Fi, so you have to use the cable connection. I assume the X3 comes with onboard software that allows that to happen, but I was not able to get that to work. And so then I was able to take the cable, and I'm going to plug that up to a Note 9 right now, and you can see how it reacts. One thing that's new on the Note 9 is that they claim that you can use, it just did complain about using authentic Samsung accessories. Using genuine Samsung accessories for the best result. In other words, it knows it's already dealing with something that's not a Samsung accessory. But with that said, it was able to bring up DeX and desktop. Whoops. I actually have a mouse pad and an external mouse, which I prefer to using the phone as a touchpad or even using the trackpad, which does work, by the way. Works pretty well. So I can select things and double tap. What does not work are the buttons themselves. Like there's a button function that would be left and right button, but that does not work so far. I haven't found a way to get that to work. Okay, so other than that, I'm literally up and running on DeX on my X3 laptop dock, and I can do all the things that I would normally do, find programs and function just like I would normally on a DeX, and it is portable. It's also charging my phone, which is helpful, and basically meets the need of having text messaging, email, and those things in a laptop fashion. The question that comes to me is, why would I bother having this device when I could have a fully functioning Chromebook for about the same price? In which case it would have an independent CPU, and it would allow me to use the device independent of the phone, as opposed to being dependent on the phone for the CPU. But with that said, I've been looking for this device, and I've now found it, and it works reasonably well and has sort of by design. But this whole category still makes me wonder why we need something like this. So that's a quick introduction. You can see I'm getting a fully functional web browser. You guys have all used X, or most of you have, so you know what that's like. The other interesting thing of note here is I can still operate my phone independent of the laptop dock. The other thing that I will tell you is that the speakers actually provide an enhancement as well. Let's see if we can get something to work real quick. But there's speakers on board. This is a pretty well designed faux laptop in terms of the specs, and it sounds pretty good when it does work. Oh my goodness, let's see. Go for something, and see, something weird's happening. The sound is coming out of the phone instead of the X3 dock, which is interesting because I'd seen that on my connected phone more than once. Sometimes it comes through the speakers and sometimes it doesn't. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So it's a little quirky. Again, the mouse buttons don't necessarily work out of the box, but double tap does for selecting. So, you know, you still get mouse button functionality. And the speakers sometimes don't play through the laptop. When they do play through the laptop, they play pretty well. So that's all I got for now. This video is now at 6 minutes, so I'm going to cut it there. And if you have any questions, put them in the reply.